So if you're somebody who's, let's say, coming from CAMH and you have a really, what I would call a hard, debilitating addiction, I'm probably going to refer you to a specialist. But let's say that you have what I would call the more typical, you smoke too much weed, you drink too much, you watch too much porn, you work too much. That's an addiction. And it's a tricky addiction because it's societally endorsed. He's a hardworking man. He provides for his family. What a guy. Yeah, but he can't remember his children's names. It's been 2 years, right? Like, he barely sees them. Everyone tells him that he's doing the right thing, but A, he's probably getting really burnt out. It's bad on your body, physically. People have heart attacks in their 50s just from working too hard. And then B, it's not fulfilling mentally. People are supposed to see their families. People are supposed to see their friends. So I've diverged into work, but back into addictions, it serves a purpose. So with the guy who works too hard, he gets rewarded, he gets value. That becomes his identity, the hard-working person. But let's say your identity is the friendly stoner, right? And your friends do it and you do it and great. That might work well in your teenage years, especially if, let's say, your parents are getting divorced. You don't want to be around them. They're fighting all the time. There could be violence. Going to get high in the park is actually an upgrade. And as long as you aren't medically hurting yourself, it's actually legal, so fine. When you're 20, when you're 30, and you want to be doing different things, you want to be working full time, you want to be in a relationship, you don't want to show up high at your job, it doesn't work anymore. And the initial cause, hopefully, is no longer there. That's not always the case anymore either, right? Your parents could still be fighting. You could be still getting text messages or phone calls. You know, you won't believe what your mother said the other day, and then that impulse from age 14 or 15 will kick in. You'll see the text from your mom or your dad, you'll want to get high, not because you necessarily actually want that, but because you can't deal with the stimuli, or more accurately, you never learned how to. So it's a coping mechanism that worked great then. It doesn't work anymore. And a lot of the time it's removing the judgments. I use weed as an example. Alcohol is another one. You say you're an alcoholic, people are like, oh, what happened to you? Why can't you just sober up and live a more fulfilling life? It doesn't have the same positive spin that weed is getting now societally, right? If you say you smoke weed, or you know people like, ah ha ha, Pineapple Express, good times. If you say you're an alcoholic, it's not like that at all. What's the difference? It's the same reason, right? And the only thing that would shift in the previous example is that the person went and had a beer instead of smoking. Same reason, same issue, and then same problem as an adult. That they're stuck with this Band-Aid that worked great then but doesn't work anymore. So what I would do in therapy is I'd help them evaluate, firstly, when do you get these urges the most? What's the most stressful part of your life? How do you like to deal with it differently? What can we shift, right? So in this scenario I gave, if you're getting text messages that are negatively impacting you, that don't have anything to do with you to begin with, boundaries, right? When I see this message, I'm not going to reply. In fact, I might mute that person for a while. I might even tell them. That's, sort of the end game, is letting them know, it's actually not okay to message me when I'm at work about X and Y. And it's not appropriate to talk to me about your relationship with my father. That's none of my business. I don't want to hear about that. And it bothers me when you do. It gives me anxiety. You can be honest and say, when you send me this message, I feel like having a beer. And you're not lying. And you're not being mean. You're actually being open.